Hello and welcome to Climbing Daily. Now it's Friday, which means it's usually the gear show, but we are on the road again having a hectic time. So last Friday we did this thing at Cafe Craft, a sort of semi-live show, and we're going to repeat that this week. So it's a semi-live, so we're just going to film it, pretty much stick it up on the internet without fiddling with it too much. And we're at the Foundry climbing wall. I'm going to go downstairs and ask some people what they climb with on their feet, their climbing shoes, if you speak English, why they like them, why they hate them, why they buy them, what sizes they are, the whole climbing shoe shebang. Okay, so the name of the game is I wander around trying to find people stupid enough to talk to me or catch my eye. Hello, mate, how you doing? Hello, I'm so sorry to break into your conversation. I wonder if you could just talk to me about, first of all, what's your name? I'm Matt.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, nice to meet you, man. You're wearing probably one of my favourite pairs of shoes, the Scarpa VSRs. Yep. Why did you buy them?
I kind of wanted to change. I've been a Sportiva man for a long time. Heard these were quite good, wanted something quite soft. And just something for bouldering that I can get on and off really quickly. And there's a lot of rubber in the toe, which kind of comes in really handy.
It's interesting what you say about the used to be a La Sportiva man, because I've met a lot of people who are sort of moving away from La Sportiva into Scarpa. They're comfortable shoes, aren't they, as well?
Very comfortable, yeah. I mean, I still have some Miuras VSs, which are great, and a lot stiffer than these. But kind of as an everyday bouldering shoe, these are great, albeit they're reaching the end of life, getting very, very soft.
There's a few, because that's another thing I want to ask you, because when I first got mine out of the box, they were so much stiffer than I thought they were going to be. Did you find that as well?
Coming from a Miura, I thought they were pretty soft straight away, to be honest, and I've got a lot softer. But like I said, pretty comfy too, and really snug fit as well. They
do break in over time, don't they? And they have a different feel to them.
More so than most, yeah, but they kind of, stay quite tight though. They don't kind of get too baggy.
And what size street shoe are you, and what size climbing shoe are them?
About an 8 and 8.5. I think these are maybe a 7.
Okay, so it's quite a step down, so size and a half.
I think so. I think they're a 7. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure so.
Okay, interesting. And in your opinion, are these bouldering shoes, sport climbing shoes, trad shoes? What do you use them mainly for?
Last summer it was bouldering and sport on limestone mainly. It's kind of which they were great for. Use them a little bit in the grit this winter, and again, because they're quite soft, pretty decent with slabs, stick to the grit, so pretty good all round, to be honest. You can kind of keep them on for a few hours and not have to take them off.
And is there anything that you dislike about a shoe which you change? If Scarpa was standing, Mr. Scarpa, he's a bloke standing over there, what would you tell him to change about his shoes?
I don't have any complaints. I mean, there's not as much rubber on them as, say, a pair of Miuras, which I find will last for ages. These I got through in the summer pretty quickly, and they're now just a wear to the wall.
Okay. So if they could create indestructible climbing shoes, that would be
good.
That would be the best, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right, mate. I'll let you get back to it. Thank you very much for talking to me. Cheers. Okay, so that's one done, and I'm trying to find a stranger, but I've seen someone who I actually know. Tom, sorry to bother you, mate. How are you doing?
Hey, mate. How are you?
I'm really good. This is Tom. He's a amazing climbing coach, and you're pretty good. Okay. I mean,
I've done a few hours.
Yeah, he's been around, and we kind of done stuff in the past. So we're doing the show where it's like a gear show where we talk about people's shoes, and people are bored of hearing my opinions. So you're wearing Tenayas, right?
Yeah, the Tenaya Oasi. Yeah.
Why did you buy them? Why are they good? Why are they bad, in your opinion?
Okay. I think the thing that I like most about this is that it fits the shape of my foot really well. So over the years, I've tried many different types of shoe, and what I found it just came back to time and time again was the shape of the shoe and how it fit my foot. I've actually got a strange shape to my foot, and so I want my boot to basically do everything. So I needed one boot that does everything. So boulder, sport, climbing, trad, the works. Okay. And this one just really fits my foot really well. It's got like quite a narrow profile as well. It's like slightly downturned, but because the rubber's soft, it really allows me still to smear. And one of the best things actually about this shoe is this closure system here. So actually, unlike the Solution, which only comes through one direction, the way this comes through two actually allows you, with the Velcro there, to get a really snug fit across the whole top of the foot, and it doesn't tear.
Because I haven't really worn these, but when I saw that, I was just like, that's going to be a faff. It's unnecessarily complicated, and I don't really like it, but it works.
No, and I think once you've adjusted it to the size that you wear it at, it's actually really easy just to zip that back up and then do it over. And actually just the tension across the top of the foot means that you don't get many dead spaces. Loads of friends of mine who wear other boots like a similar nature, this often breaks, whereas this is never broken. It's really good.
And rubber-wise in these shoes, what is the rubber that Tanai uses?
I think it's Vibram, actually.
Okay.
So that's the same as what you'll get on, I think, Scarpa and other boots. So yeah, it's no different in that sense.
Yeah.
And also as well, like under the arch of my foot here, this cutaway really gives a lot of support in the midsole. So if you're climbing on trad or something like that, the chute is actually supporting your foot from heel to toe the whole way through. So I really like these. They fit my feet well. Great all-round boot.
And negatives about it, because no shoe is perfect?
Yeah. So actually, one of the big things is on the back of the heel here, this rand doesn't cover this kind of like little lip on the back of the heel cup. So that I suppose when you're heel hooking a lot, this can actually peel off.
Okay.
So that's really frustrating, if you've got like a problem with a really aggressive heel, and this will just tear off the back of the boot. So that's a bit of a downside. Also as well, I think this I have had in a previous pair.
On the toe?
The toe is actually,
I can see it starts to flap up, yeah.
Yeah, I've peeled that off a few times. Okay. But I suppose we're pretty brutal, aren't we, with our shoes?
Climbers in general,
so,
yeah. And your street shoe size and the climbing shoe size?
Okay, so my street shoe size, shoe size, it feels like a right tongue twister, isn't it? I think is like a 7.5 or an 8, depending on what trainer I'm wearing. These are a UK 5.5, would you believe?
Wow.
But, like I said, in other manufacturers I've worn, like 510 Anasazi, for example, I was a 6.5.
Yeah.
So I just tried on a load until it felt like it was right. And most climbing shoes will stretch, I suppose, up to about a size, half size, depending on the manufacturer. So these probably are more like a 6 now they're broken in.
Yeah, sure. I mean, because like last Sportivas, I find I have to go down like a size and a half for it to work. But that's a lot for that.
Yeah, they're a good boot.
Cool.
Yeah,
all right, Tom, thank you so much. I'll let you get back to your
good
session.
To see you, man.
Nice to see you.
Always.
See you later.
Thanks.
So doing this is a little bit weird because I basically spend my whole time looking at people's feet, trying to find interesting shoes. What I found. Hello, mate. You were sitting down and you're wearing nice shoes, so you're basically my victim. What's your name? I'm Matt.
My name's Dan.
Dan, nice to meet you. You're wearing the new Scarpa Furious S's. Are they any good?
They are. They're really sensitive. Excellent fit around the toes, and basically just like wearing a rubber sock.
I've played with these almost a year ago now, and I could literally twist them in my hand. And I said at the time it was a bit like the Ferrari of climbing shoes, that like they were really desirable, but a bit ridiculous. Would you agree?
I guess they're quite specific. Like I wouldn't want to do sort of all-day mountain routes in them, but like for bouldering and kind of, I guess, like short, hard sport climbing, I think they're great.
And are they as soft on your feet as they are when you hold them and play with them?
Yeah, I think almost softer. Like they're so flexible, like you can really pull with your toes well, and they're just super sensitive, so you can really feel what you're standing on. I guess if you're sort of standing on big spiky jugs, they probably wouldn't be so comfortable, but on like smaller holds and slopey stuff, they're amazing.
And in your opinion, why is a softer shoe good for some things? Like, why does that help?
If you're in like a really stiff shoe, it's sometimes just not as sensitive, and like if you're doing a lot of toe hooking, if the shoe itself is really stiff, you can't pull in with the toes and like wrap it around holds. So being soft just helps with that.
And good for overhangs if you really have to get that
hooking. So yeah, great for overhangs. Like edging up kind of thin slabs, like if it's like a long route or boulder problem, I guess maybe not quite so good, but for sort of short, sharp, steep stuff, really good.
Is there anything you dislike about them?
I don't think so.
There we go, the perfect shoe. And what size trainer street shoe are you, and what size are they?
So I'm normally a like UK 7, EU 41 in street shoes, and then I'm a 39 in the Furia S. I'm pretty standardly a 39 in Scarpa shoes.
Okay, that's interesting. So across the range of Scarpa, you're pretty much...
I mean, I might go occasionally half a size up or down if I want it a little bit tighter or comfier, but generally a 39.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you get back to your session. And it's cool to see them because I haven't actually seen anyone wear the new ones. So nice one. Thank you. Okay, so 3 down, 1 to go. I'm just going to go and start talking to someone. Hi.
Hi.
The problem is you weren't climbing.
Oh, do I need to climb?
Well, no, not at all. But I just thought I'd come and talk to you because you're one of the only people not climbing. And that was a mistake. I'm Matt. Nice to meet you.
Michelle.
We're doing this gear show thing where we talk about climbing shoes that people are wearing. Could you tell me about your 510s? Should we sit down and then I can be able to see them? So what make are they of 510?
They are the Anasazi, the LV version, so it's a little bit lower around the ankles.
So LV, for people who don't know, is low volume, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of like women-specific shoes, some of them call it women's shoes and some call them low volume.
Yeah.
Why is something low volume for women?
I don't know really. I think women tend to have a slightly lower depth to their foot, but I think also some men do as well. So rather than saying it's the women's Anasazis, it could probably fit well on a guy as well. So
because I've got very narrow feet, and I've always wondered if a low volume shoe is probably better for me. I just haven't tried it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to wear, before these came out, I used to wear just the normal tanned ones, and I did find that they did bite around the ankle. So although the shape of the shoe and everything else is pretty much the same, it's nicer to fit around the ankle.
So tell me a bit about how long have you had these shoes for, and how have they done so far?
I've been wearing these shoes, these particular shoes, or this type of shoe.
Well, but, have you worn this model before?
I wear this. This is like one of my favourite models of shoes.
So why is it your favourite model of shoe?
It basically fits my foot quite well. I have quite a narrow foot as well. So I just find that with the Velcros you can do them up pretty tight. I also like a softer shoe, and these are pretty soft.
And it's stealth. Is stealth rubber on them? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I'm very biased when it comes to stealth rubber because I think it's the best and one of the best. There are other brands available, but a favourite of yours as well?
I guess so.
What
it's
about
more the softness of the shoe. I like how soft it gets. I like to be able to feel my feet on the holes. I like to be able to feel the holes through the shoe. Yeah, and I just find that kind of the rubber just works. And it's also, I mean, it's great for England. It's great on the grit. It's great for smearing. Yeah. Like, it's perfect.
Totally agree with you on that one. And because the new Anastasia's have got that big bit of rubber on the toe. Yeah. Do you miss that on these?
I'm really looking forward to giving those a go. Actually, I think that's one of the downsides to this shoe is they're not great for toe hooking. And I know some friends of ours have got like rubber and put them on there because it's kind of one of the features that was missing from it. So I would be pretty psyched to try the new style.
So that's one negative with the shoe. Is there any other things that don't quite work?
Possibly the edging on it. When they have kind of softened up quite a lot, I find that on a particularly small hold where you do need to have a precise edge, I find them quite hard, and I find it rolls a little bit, and that's probably the only real negative thing.
I've found on the men's ones the heel to be just awful. What do you think?
So I will only wear these shoes for heel hooking. I won't wear any other shoe, and I think it must just fit my heel pretty well, but also there's like this kind of bag in it, and you can just hook that on the hold.
It's so interesting, because literally it's like, it's why I don't wear Anastasias, because they don't fit my heel at all. And I've heard other people say that, so it's quite cool to hear a totally different opinion on that.
Basically, if I'm outside and I know there's a heel hook problem, they go straight on my feet.
There you go.
For some reason, the heel fits me.
That's cool. You've blown my mind.
Okay.
An Anastasia with a heel that fits, crazy. Look, thank you so much for talking to me. See you soon.
Cool, thank you.
So there you go, other people's opinion on climbing shoes that aren't mine for once. And as always with this show, I kind of learn things every time. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.